Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jaylee's Corner. I am Jaylee. It is like 11 o'clock at night, but whatever. This is my review for Black Ink Crew Chicago. This is season 3, episode 5, titled "Work is Work, but Can You Twerk?" It's so ratchet. It's so goddamn ghetto, but whatever. As you know, first things first. I love new subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It does not cost you anything. It just lets you know when I have new content available. I also love when people like my videos. It's so nice to like someone's video. So please, by all means, hit the like button. You can also share my videos, and there's also a comment section at the bottom. You just scroll all the way down, and you can put your comments in. The one rule to the comment section is please be respectful to me and also respectful to anyone else who's commenting. This episode, I felt like it was interesting. I felt like it was good, but I feel like the whole build up of Ryan being pissed off at people, people being disrespectful, Ryan firing Danielle, Ryan saying Van is not welcome in the shop anymore. That whole build up, to me, in the first 4 episodes, for it to be episode 5 and now everyone is okay, I'm like, I just feel like it happened kind of quick. I mean, I'm happy they resolved the issues, but I still wish that everyone could apologize to Ryan for just being rude and disrespectful. But, whatever. I need a drink of water. And I'm back. This is my 3rd video today, so my mouth is very dry. Yeah, I feel like people need to apologize to Ryan for just being rude and disrespectful. But, I can't get what I want sometimes. So everyone is in the shop, all friendly and shit. Parlaying, partying, and chilling with each other. Which is also a great thing because you want them to all get along because this is a great show. They're also joking with Four because Four had the whole situation with Nikki busting in the cabin and hitting him with all them flowers. And, Four's laughing it off, and he, does say, I will never send anyone flowers ever again. Ryan comes in, and Ryan and Van hug it out. I mean, I'm happy that they are back friends. I'm happy that they've resolved things, but I still feel like Van is an asshole. I still feel like Van, should apologize to Ryan. But in my head, I feel like Van and Ryan had a conversation off camera. I don't think their whole makeup thing was them fighting, boxing it out at the log cabin, and that's it. Y'all had to have had a real conversation, and I'm pretty sure Van would have had to apologize. If he didn't, I call bullshit on the whole thing, because I mean, you can't go through all that and people not apologize to each other. But whatever. Van says how he's also happy him and Ryan are friends, but that he, when Ryan was saying how his body was kind of sore from him and Van boxing, and we did see Van probably is a heavy hitter. He was in prison, whatever. And he said, his body was kind of hurting because Van was doing body shots. And Van is like, y'all have to let Ryan know, who the big dog is. Van, shut the fuck up, okay? We still not over you being an asshole. So be quiet some damn where. So they, the gang all asked if Danielle will be hired back as a receptionist. And Ryan was like, I don't know. And they're like, yeah, but we're still without a receptionist. And Ryan's like, look, I just want to make things clear from the get-go. Y'all gonna have to be respectful. And that's it. And, Danielle then takes it upon herself to apologize for being disrespectful and saying how she just wants to come back because they're her family and she misses the shop. And, of course, Ryan lets her come back, so that's fine. We next see a scene where Ryan is at a art show in Chicago. It looks like the art show was based on artists doing work, doing paintings and art pieces about President Barack Obama, our 44th president. Love Barack Obama. Ryan does make a joke like, nobody gonna make this shit for President Trump. They show the fuck not. Man, fuck Trump. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. If you fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. If you're a Trump supporter and what I just said offends you, I don't give a fuck. Anywho, so at this art show, a artist that Ryan ran into in Philadelphia at the art convention, a girl named Lily, who showed him her work there and said how she wants to work for Nine Mag in Chicago because she has family in Chicago. So he was like he wanted to meet her at this show because she had a piece there too, and he wanted to see kind of how she was and kind of get a feel for how she is or whatever. They kind of hit it off. They showed some of her work in photos. It looks like she's a good tattoo artist. So Ryan does say he would like for her to come by the shop to meet everyone to see how they all vibe with people. He also said in his confessional, I'm not going to do like I did before when I just brought someone in and they had no idea and it didn't go so well. I will at least let them know this is what I'm doing. So for my the way I look at it was he wasn't basically saying I'm going to start asking them permission, but I'll let them know what I'm doing before it happens. Like, hey, I met a tattoo artist. I like her stuff. She coming in. We're going to see if she, she meshes well. I think that's an okay way to do it. The next scene we see is at Nikki's salon, which is above, Nine Mag. And, he has roses all over the place. And, he's trying to make a good impression with her. So she walk in and she mad. Oh boy, is she mad. But basically she's mad only because the flowers he chose was roses. And she's like, you gonna give me the same kind of fucking flowers? You got that old bitch? I don't want no roses. I don't ever want roses no more. And she's pissed off. And, damn girl, it's just flowers. Would you prefer daisies or would you prefer tulips? And, she's kind of going off, for a couple minutes. And, I'm like, she acting like she keeps saying, you got me the same stuff you got her. You pissed off as if he gave you a goddamn cat. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he gave you a cat, that's a reason to be pissed off. Because the bitch name was Cat. You know what I'm saying? He sent flowers to a bitch named Cat. So, if you get me roses, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's the same thing you got her. If you would have got me a cat, we got to fucking fight. Okay? But I also get how she, just didn't want anything to remind her of that situation. And, he like, look, I'm sorry. I wanted to get you roses so that your last thought of roses wouldn't have anything to do with Cat. I wanted it to be, you to think of flowers and roses and love them and not have that bad memory. I think that's a great reason to do it. You still should not have ever sent Cat fucking flowers. But I think when he said that to her, it made sense to her at that point in time. He's like, look. She's like, I don't give a fuck, about no flowers. And he like, look, I'll give you 10,000 roses or whatever. But my thing is, we got to get over this. He's like, I feel like she's my soulmate. You are everything I have. You make me the person I am. And it was just such a beautiful apology. It was more than him just bringing her roses. It was what he said to her. And he sounded really sincere. I can honestly say that. He did realize he fucked up. I can say that. He also had a photo of them blown up. And it was the first photo they posted on Instagram when they became IG official. People like stuff like that. And he's basically just apologizing to her, saying how sorry he is. He didn't mean it. How there was nothing behind it. And she starts crying. And she's like, okay, don't do that shit again. So, they kind of made up. So that was a whole good scene. The next scene is Ryan and other people at the shop. And he's letting them know, hey, I'm bringing in a new tattoo artist. I'm going to tell y'all about it now so that, it's not the whole let's jump on Ryan thing for doing things that we didn't know about. So I'm letting y'all know now. And Van's like, yeah, see, Ryan? Now, was that so hard? Shut the fuck up, Van. Anywho, she walk in. Lily's a pretty girl. She's pretty. Junior thinks she's very pretty, but everyone thought she was pretty when she walked in, even Cobra. And Cobra like, well, they wasn't this nice when I got here. The difference, I think, is that when you came, it was a whole thing of Ryan not telling them you were coming, so they were pissed off. You all were kind of prepared for Lily to get there, so it's that little bit of a difference. But the funny part was when Lily walked in, all the guys were trying to flex their muscles. They trying to help her bring her stuff in from outside. Van carried her, I guess her tattoo chair, and he like, yeah, I can carry this on my own. I don't need nobody help. I'm like, Van, you got a whole bitch at home. Don was trying to help a little bit, but Don, you got a whole wife at home. sit your ass down before Ashley come in and then she fighting somebody else. Just calm it down. So they all kind of just help her with her stuff, and it was kind of cool. When she was tattooing her cousin was coming in to get a tattoo, and the cousin comes in and she's like she was getting an Aztec tattoo, but the face of the Aztec warrior was going to be her mother's face. And then Lily's like, well, yeah, because her mother and my father were siblings. And when my father passed, when her father left, my father kind of was like, the father figure to them all. Well, my father died, it hurt the family. And they then asked her, well, I don't mean to be rude, but, how did your father pass away? Man, this girl goes and it's just, it was crazy. Her father was kidnapped and held for ransom by the cartel in Mexico, and they killed her father. Her father was killed by a Mexican drug cartel after he was being held for ransom. I'm like, that's fucking bananas. She then, as she was tattooing her cousin, she did talk a little bit, and she was saying, the drug cartel in Mexico, they'll ruin your whole life. They'll, if you have something they want, they'll take it, and if you don't give it up, they'll just kill you. And she's like, that's just kind of how it is in Mexico. I ain't going to Mexico. Nope. I will stay here. But the tattoo she did on her cousin was really good. Her cousin liked it. All the gang liked it. And it was a cool thing. And they like, welcome to Nightmag. So that was cool. The next thing we see is Ashley. And she's going out with her friends. Including Ford's girl, Nikki. And it's kind of like a girls' night out. So Ford and Don was at home with their kids. When she gets into the van with her friends, she figures out they're actually throwing her like a late bachelorette party, complete with strippers and dick in her face. They actually had the fucking stripper hiding in the back seat of a Sprinter van, and he, they said, close your eyes, Ashley. She closed her eyes, and he literally popped up in the goddamn back seat. He had been hiding back there, I guess, the whole time. And she had dick and balls in her face, and she said it was glittery. I don't like a glittery dick. I just think a glittery dick is herpes. So, as this is happening, Nikki is, on Snapchat showing stuff. So back at the crib, 4C is watching Nikki's Snapchat, and he see what's going on, the strippers and stuff, and Don sees this, and Don's not happy. Don is not happy at all. So the next thing that we see, which I thought was a funny real fake scene, Charmaine is trying to go to the radio station, to, get a peace offering to her boss and kind of figure out what her job is at. She come in with with a champagne bottle, like, this is a peace offering, and she puts it down on the desk. He like, how did you get in here? And she's like, I used my key card. And he was like, but I told you that she was done. So she's like, well, I thought, in her confession, she's like, I thought he meant, I was done for the day, like I was done with that festival, not I was done like I was fired. I can't believe he would fire me. So, she did sit down. She's like, I didn't mean to be late. It wasn't my fault. You don't know the situation. Charmaine, the situation was you was up partying the night before. You were fucking drunk and hungover, and you overslept. You meant to be late. That's not a not my fault type of situation. Like, I can't believe he gonna fire me because I was late. No, bitch, it was more than that. You were already on probation. In real life, you can't be on probation at work and then show up 2 hours late for work. You can't. When you do that, they fucking fire you. So he like, look, I told you I was done then. Now you here. You basically harassing me. So you trespassing. And he like, you keep failing and failing and failing. You keep being a disappointment and more of a disappointment. My water bottle scared the dog shit out of me. Charmaine, you fired. And he officially fires her. And he like, give me your badge, give me your, your work cell phone, and leave. And so she goes to hand him her badge, but when he takes it, she won't let it go. And he like, Charmaine, why are you tussling with me? What is wrong with you? And she's like, well, no, I'm not trying to tussle with you. I'm trying to talk to you. For me, it was a fake scene, and it reminded me of we need a scene of you getting fired. We all know that she got hired back at the station, because on her IG, she be posting that she be working, and she's been at different events they've done. So I'm like, clearly they hire her back. I don't know if they hire her back within his department or whatever, but she still work there. But I thought they were just trying to make a scene, because he was like, why are you arguing with me? Why are you being physical with me? And I'm like, I don't know if he was trying to have a scene, and so she was like, well, no, I'm not trying, and she was confused, or I don't know. All I know was someone was trying to have a scene. I don't know if it was him trying to have a scene and she wasn't with it, or if it was her wanting him to have a scene, so they were trying to have a scene. It was fucking awkward. It was weird, and it seemed fake to me. But, she did leave, and she ain't got her damn job. So, the next thing we see is Don and Ashley. Ashley has came home at this point, and Don is mad when she walks in the house. And, he's like, well, I saw you on Snapchat, and I'm not, happy about it. You basically were doing the same thing that you tell me not to do. And she was like, all that stuff you did to me, you been cheating on me, and all that shit you did to me, you get mad at me because for once I go out. And he like, I ain't mad that you went out. I'm mad because you was doing the exact same things you told me not to do. And she's like, but you cheated on me, and you did this, and you did that. And she bringing up all this stuff from the past. And you put me through, all this stuff. You took me to hell and back. And he like, if you keep talking about hell and back, you're going to be doing it by yourself. Meaning, if you keep wanting to bring up old shit, we're not going to be together. He was like, when we got married and we put these rings on, we let go of the past. The past is the past. If you want to keep bringing up the hell and back, you're going to be by yourself. And, he kind of got up and walked away. And did she get up and walked away? One of them got up and walked away because, they both was over the conversation. But I don't think she understood his thing of saying, I'm not mad that you was going out. I'm mad because the same shit that you bugged me about, being around females, having, titties and coochie in my face, but you out with your friends with dick in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. And we married now. So you can't want me not to do these things. And you feel like that you can do these things solely because of the bad things I've done in my past that you have forgiven me for, because we're now married and I haven't done anything since we've been married that we know of. So I thought that was a different scene, showing Don as the voice of reason, actually, because it's true. Once you marry someone, whatever they've done in the past, you can't keep bringing that up. If you want to keep reliving, because he also said that if you want to keep reliving, without, the past stuff, for the next 20 years, we're not going to be together. I agree. You have to either let someone move past their mistakes, and you can't keep bringing them up, or you can break up with them and bring up all the bad shit they done but you can't have it both ways. You can't want to be with them and want to bring up their past. You can't, because you're going to consistently argue and fight, and it's not going to be good. And I'm like, y'all up here arguing and yelling. Y'all kids must not ever get no goddamn sleep, because if my parents argue like that, I would be up all goddamn night. Because I'm wondering, is mama gonna kill daddy? Or is daddy gonna kill mama? Like, why they fussing and fighting that loud? Like, why they was loud arguing. They can't have neighbors too close, because I'll be filing a goddamn noise complaint all the time. So the next thing we see is Charmaine is at home, and she said that she got fired. She was moping around, eating cereal on her couch. And, Cobra and Danielle come over with the, I'm sorry you got fired cake. And it kind of makes her laugh a little bit. And Charmaine brings up, well, I think I was drunk. But at the lake house, I could have swore I saw Ryan and Katrina go in the bathroom together. Now, as she says that, Danielle takes a sip of her stuff, and she kind of looks around. Charmaine, Danielle knows something. And Charmaine says in her confessional, she was like, now, any other time Danielle will be talking, she's mighty quiet. She quiet like a church mouse. Something must be up. And Danielle does not say nothing. She's like, you know what? I ain't got nothing to do with that. So they go to her confessional, and the producers are asking her, the Ryan and Kat, so that happened between them. She's like, I told y'all, I ain't talking about that shit. If y'all want to know what happened between them two, that's for them to talk about. I ain't got nothing to do with it. What you just said was, yes, that's what you said. Because if somebody say to me, hey, Jay Lee, did so-and-so mess around? Nope. If they did, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, oh, ask them. Did they mess around? Nope. If they did, I don't know. but not to my knowledge. And you leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Plausible deniability. You can't, when you deny something, or when you say, I don't know, no, when you say, ask them, I'm not going to talk about it. Look, just say, I don't, to my knowledge, no. And leave it at that. But that ain't what she did. So, this is the next scene. We see that Junior asked out Lily. They're both Mexican, so they have that in common, basically. It was a nice little day. I'm not going to go over that much. It was a nice little date night. They danced around. They talked. They do like each other. He said he wanted to see where it goes. She said the same thing. It's fresh. It's new. And, they're both cute. They both like each other. So that was a good thing. I'll leave the whole thing alone. The last scene of the evening is they're having a party at the hell? See, this is why I don't leave my TV on when I'm reviewing, because I'll see something on TV and it catches my eye. But it was the preview for an alien movie, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Anywho, so they're having a party at the tattoo shop to basically welcome Liliana, and also, is her name Liliana or Lily? I think her name is Liliana. To welcome Lily, and to also, because they're all kind of just friends again or whatnot. So, at the party, we see a couple of different things. We see that Don wants to be more active in the shop. He wants to become the shop piercer. He wants to be the person who does all the piercings. I think that's cool. Van don't do shit. I'm like, what is my foot? It's my goddamn water bottle. Van doesn't do anything. Don doesn't do anything. Don is the assistant to 4. But hell, I ain't seen 4 give a tattoo all season. He's been 5 episodes. He ain't done no damn tattoos. So I'm like, Don can't be helping him, so he can't be making no money either. So he wants to do that. And Ryan is like, well, I don't know, because I think you might just want to do that so that you can touch ass and titties and vaginas. And, Don seems to want to be serious about it. So I think that'll be cool. Next, we see Lily getting drunk. And she's drinking. No one knows that her and Junior like each other, was hanging out or whatnot. And she's drinking. And she's starting to get jealous because she sees Junior talking to female clients, taking pictures with females. But I'm like, is he taking pictures with female clients or is it female fans? But I'm like, they kind of famous a little bit, so people gonna want pictures. So she's mad, but I think it's more because she's drunk. So she's seeing through everything through beer goggles. And she's like, I feel like he's just disrespecting me, so it's making me mad. And she's like, she goes to sit down because he can see she's pissed. And he goes and sit next, like, well, what's wrong? And you can hear her voice, her words are slurred a little bit. And she's like, you're being rude and you're disrespecting me. And she's crying. It was just so weird. But she's drunk. And he's like, but what did I do? And she's like, you were sucking on the girl's tit. And he like, what? And so in his confession, he like, clearly she drunk because, that's not what I was doing. And he like, no, I was taking a picture with, a client. That's it. And she's like, get away from me, get away from me. He like, all right. So he gets up and walk away because she's drunk. And in his confession, he's saying, this is a different side of her that I didn't see when we hung out the other night. She's drinking and she's different. Ryan walked up to him because people can see there's some kind of situation where she's upset. He trying to talk to her. They kind of arguing back and forth. So Ryan like, what happened? And he like, man, I don't know. She just upset. And Ryan like, dog, you can't fuck her like you love her. Matter of fact, you can't fuck people you work with. You can't sleep with with your coworkers. But my thing is, Ryan, but you was fucking Danielle. You was letting Don fuck Charmaine, and we now figure out that you and Kat had something going on. So you can't tell this man that he can't mess with somebody when you did the exact same thing. Ryan, you can't have it both ways, bruh. You can't have it both ways. And, you just can't. So, Junior like, well, I'm not really fucking her. It's not like that. But he's laughing. He like, no, you clearly fucking her because she pissed off, but you can't fuck her like you love her. So how you gotta fuck her, Ryan? Like you hate her? I mean, anywhere it goes, she gonna get addicted. Let's be honest. So Cobra is trying to get Lily to like leave. She's still drinking. And as she's still drinking, she spits it up. So when she spits it up, Junior tries to go help her, takes her outside to get some air. He's trying to, hold her hair, let her throw up over the railing, not get on her clothes. And she's still drunk, saying, leave me alone. He like, look, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to take care of you. And she's still like, whatever, whatever. So they both go back in. She's walking to the back. He's kind of following her like, look, what's wrong? I'm trying to help you, stop. And she's like, you don't, no, you're not. I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me. And as she's walking, of course, the camera crew is following her because you're on a fucking TV show. And she like, do you have to record this? Like, y'all have to follow us everywhere? Yes, you're on a reality show. They're there to catch everything. So her and Junior are walking to the back, and she's still saying, leave me alone. And he like, look, you're so different. She then like goes out the back door and says, whatever, Junior, you're dead to me. And she walks out the back door, and the show goes off. This is why this is one, you should not drink. And two, you really should not fuck a coworker. It's not a good idea. Ever. Okay? Ever. You just don't do it. Just don't do it. So, the episode was cool. It was kind of, whatever. I want to see the next episode. I'm happy everybody's, kind of happy. I'm still waiting for other apologies. But, it's entertaining. So, that's my whole review for being, Lord Jesus, for Black Ink Crew Chicago. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. And until next time, people, peace.